Corpus delicti. The state cannot be the injured party, and in the absence of a victim, there can be no crime. If I'm entitled to a fair trial, the law states there must be a victim. I'm just requesting, who is the victim?
So now I'm going to hold you in contempt, and I'm going to sentence you to 30 days Wayne County Jail. No early release. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
What is your middle name? Can you remove your hat, please? And your scarf. What is your middle name, Mr. Garner?
Earl.
Earl?
No.
He's on the 130 docket, Your Honor, I believe.
If you want, Your Honor, I can give House Counsel an offer right now. She can report it to him.
On James Garner, do you see all the cases he has?
I see just the 4 that are on the docket. Or 5.
Yes.
You've got more?
He's got plenty more.
Okay. You want me to come down, review, and do a global offer?
If you could, please.
Okay, I'm on my way down.
Mr. Garner, do you want to offer on these, or do you want to go to trial?
I would like to know what the charges are.
Okay. This is the city of Detroit versus James Earl Garner. Driving license expired. Misdemeanor, no insurance misdemeanor. Thank you. And an improper plate misdemeanor. All of them punishable by maximum possible penalty of 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. Counts 1 and counts 2, expired license and no insurance misdemeanor, both punishable by 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. Same improper plates, same punishment, $500 and 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines, maximum possible penalty. 3 of those tickets are all punishable by 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. Counts 1, counts 2, and counts 3. Those are civil infractions. Counts 1 and counts 2. Count 1 being a driving while license suspended repeat offender. This one is in warrant status, probably an old case that he didn't pay. SB appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Garner. Mr. Garner, please state your name for the record.
First off, I do have a couple.
You got to state your name first. You got to state your name first.
No,
Let's start there.
Wait a minute, Ms. Harris. Wait a minute, Ms. Harris. I think Mr. Garner is going to represent himself. Am I correct, Mr. Garner?
I'm representing myself in what? I mean, I'm confused about what's actually going on. First off, who's alleging these charges? That's what I'm curious about.
State of Michigan, city of Detroit.
Okay, well, if that's the case, there's a common law principle which states that for there to be a crime, there must be a victim. Corpus delicti. The state cannot be the injured party. And in the absence of a victim, there can be no crime.
We want to do it.
Drawing my name from the record on that one. Thank you.
I know. How do you want to proceed, Mr. Garner? You set the matter. I'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. Give him a $0 bond. Either set the matter for trial, or I'll wait for the city to give you an offer. What do you want to do?
Well, the court haven't even established jurisdiction. I mean, in order for jurisdiction, the jurisdiction has to be established first, and there's no jurisdiction established. And once jurisdiction is challenged, that must be settled before charges can be brought.
All right. Do you want to put that in a motion, sir?
As far as I'm concerned, any and all charges must be dismissed because there is no complaining witness. And the state cannot be.
I'm not gonna listen. If that's your motion, I'm gonna deny the motion. Okay. So all we're gonna do now, we're not gonna keep going back and forth. Either you take an offer or you set the matter for trial. Which one do you want?
Respectfully, in order for this to continue, there must be a complaining witness, and the state cannot be a complaining witness. Now, if I'm entitled to a fair trial, the law states there must be a victim. I'm just requesting, who is the victim? Who did I injure?
The citizens of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan. are the victims.
The state cannot be a victim. And if that's the case,
I said the citizens of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan are the
if
victims.
that's the case,
Mr. Garner, Mr. Garner, can we just go into a breakout room and then maybe I can give you a little bit of advice to assist you with moving forward? Would you be agreeable to that?
sure.
Okay, awesome.
Join the breakout room. We'll pass the matter. All right, are we ready on Garner?
I believe he's ready, Your Honor. He's representing himself.
Let's go back on the record with Garner. What do you want to do, Mr. Garner? Do you want a trial date or you want an offer? Those are really your only two options.
Okay, since we are on the record, all I'm asking for is the
Okay, one last time. Now listen, here's how it's gonna go from this point on. If you don't answer the question that I asked specifically, then I'm gonna hold you in contempt of court and we're gonna move from that point on, right? Get up, Mr. Raymond.
So you're telling me,
Mr. Garner. We're not gonna have a conversation.
It's just gonna
We're not
violate
gonna have a
the
conversation.
law.
Stop, sir. Stop, sir. Now, that's the last time I'm gonna ask you to.
On the law. Is that what I'm hearing?
All right.
I'm asking.
I'm gonna hold Mr. Garner in contempt of court. He is directly violating the court's order. I've asked him repeatedly to not interfere or add any extra commentary to this case. I've given him ample time to answer the court's question, and he continues to refuse to do so. So now I'm going to hold you in contempt, and I'm going to sentence you to 30 days Wayne County Jail, no early release.
So that means that the court is just going to violate my rights because I'm defending myself? Is that what I'm hearing?
30 days, Wayne County Jail, no early release. That'll give you some chance and some time to read up on your rights, okay? I'm gonna order you to turn yourself in today, Mr. Garner, to start that jail time, okay?
So I have a question.
I'm not answering any more of your questions. Turn yourself in to the Wayne County Jail today.
So the court is going to be in direct violation of my.
This courtroom hearing spiraled out of control because the defendant became completely focused on internet-style legal theories instead of addressing the actual charges against him. From the very beginning, the judge repeatedly tried to simplify the process and give Mr. Garner two clear options: accept a plea offer or set the case for trial. But instead of choosing either path, he continued insisting that the court lacked jurisdiction and that there could be no crime without a specific injured victim. He repeatedly cited phrases like corpus delicti and argued that the state could not be the complaining party, even after the judge explained multiple times that the citizens of Detroit and the state of Michigan were considered the victims in offenses involving public safety laws like suspended licenses, insurance violations, and improper registration. What made the situation increasingly tense was that the court actually gave him multiple opportunities to regroup and move forward. At one point, standby counsel even requested a private breakout room to calmly explain the process and help him understand his options. The judge paused the hearing, allowed that conversation to happen, and then brought the case back on the record hoping things would proceed more smoothly. But once the hearing resumed, Garner immediately returned to the exact same arguments about jurisdiction and victims instead of directly answering the court's questions. That moment became the turning point. The judge warned him several times that continuing to interrupt the proceedings and refusing to answer directly could lead to contempt of court. The frustration inside the courtroom became obvious because the judge was no longer debating legal theories. He was trying to maintain control of the hearing itself. Courts allow defendants to represent themselves, but self-representation still requires following courtroom procedure and responding appropriately to judicial instructions. The judge made it clear that Garner's repeated interruptions and refusal to engage with the actual process were obstructing the court's ability to proceed. And once the warnings were ignored, the judge imposed a 30-day jail sentence for direct contempt, emphasizing that the punishment was not for questioning the system, but for refusing to follow courtroom orders after repeated warnings. What stands out most about this hearing is how quickly misunderstandings about the law can make a bad situation even worse. Garner appeared convinced that certain phrases or constitutional arguments would automatically invalidate the case, but the courtroom operates on established legal procedure, not internet interpretations or self-taught loopholes. By focusing entirely on abstract jurisdictional arguments instead of preparing a real defense or addressing the charges directly, he shifted attention away from the underlying case and onto his own courtroom conduct. In the end, the hearing became less about traffic-related offenses and more about the consequences of refusing to cooperate with the legal process itself.